ever wanted more out of life?
Yes.
More personal, to achieve your personal goals as well as your professional goals? Have you ever wanted to honor your values? Have you ever wanted to live more in balance and also with gratitude? If any of this resonates with you, it's exactly what I do. My name is Lisa Sasso. I'm an executive coach and I'm a motivational speaker. I also help people in transition, coming into the medical device arena and also within the medical device arena. I too transitioned into medical devices more than 20 years ago. I left a successful job and career in retail to go into the unknown relics of retail, of medical devices. And it was the best thing that I've ever done. I actually had 4 family members dying of coronary artery disease, and I went to Bard Cardiology, and I leveraged my financial skills and got a position. And from there, I got into sales and marketing, the management team, and I worked under the auspices of 3 presidents, and they mentored me. And I had an experience that I can't put into words. But when I left there, I was able to start and be the co-founder, president, and CEO of Ratty Medical Systems. And Ratty is a wholly owned subsidiary of a parent company in Sweden. We did sales, marketing, distribution, and clinical studies. Together with my very talented clinical sales team, my dedicated management team, and my inside office, we took the company from 0 to 28 million in 5 years with profitability. That doesn't happen every day. But I was out of balance. I visited 46 states in 5 years. So I was a road warrior, and I traveled with my sales team. But I realized there was something that was missing. And what was missing was that of having a child. And so I talked about the company as if it was a child. I would write Christmas cards saying that, like baby Ratty is crawling, and then it was walking, and then it was running. But I was referring to it as a child, and I didn't realize that there was something wrong with that picture. Until finally I realized that running around like I was doing and living the lifestyle that I was living was not conducive to having a child. And I had to take a step in a different direction. And I had to leave a company that I loved in a product line of novel devices, also cardiac devices, that improve patient care and that we brought to the forefront. And I needed to do something different. And I made that step towards motherhood. And at first, motherhood wasn't super easy because it takes time to do these things. And for me, it took even longer. And with our first child, unfortunately, we lost our first child. And that was hard, and that was a pushback. And then with our second child, which is John Robert, they told us that the pregnancy was very tenuous and that there was less than a 50% chance that the child would survive. But I took it as there's a 50% chance that the child would survive. So I would do anything for that child. And we made it to birth, and he he was 6 weeks early, and he had a number of different cardiac defects, but he was alive, and he was well, and Children's Hospital was very, very good to him. And they took incredible care of him, and I'm forever grateful to Children's Hospital. And again, cardiac. Barb was cardiac, then going to Ratty was cardiac, and then what are the chances of me having a cardiac child? It's just unbelievable. But fast forward 3.5 years, and he went in for open heart surgery and ablation surgery, made it through both of those things. He used to be on medication around the clock. He got off all his meds after that. And that's when I was able to really become an executive coach and really be able to take my job seriously. Because before I was being a coach, but I didn't have all my credentials. From somebody who cares about education, I have 2 undergraduate degrees, one in marketing and one in economics, and an MBA in management. I wanted to have my CPCC from CTI, the #1 coaching school, and I wanted to have my degree from the International Coaching Federation, because I wanted to be the best coach that there is. So now if I take one more fast forward, which is 7 years later, I've got a strapping 10-year-old who's SSDDBB, swimming, singing, dancing, drama, basketball, Boy Scouts. He does it all, and he does it well, and he's my little helper. He'll be helping me tonight with the mics, and he's taking a bow. But he's great, and he's my inspiration, and honestly, that's why I'm here tonight, because of places like Children's Hospital and the American Heart Association and Little Hearts, because they've given me so much. I like to give back to them, and if I can run things where I can teach and educate people and have any proceeds that people would have normally paid to come in, and anything that, if anybody wants to make any nominal donations to any one of those 3, you can feel free to. But it's all going to be wrapped up and sent out tomorrow to one of those 3 organizations. That's what I do. And I've been speaking publicly for them for the last, probably the last 7 years. And I've never taken a salary from them. I've never taken money for any speaking event that I've ever done. I always do it under the auspices of helping one of those organizations, or like today, all of those organizations. So thank you for being here. I hope you're gonna get a lot out of what we're gonna talk about today. I'm gonna put you to work, not put you to sleep. So we're gonna do some exercises, and I'm gonna actually make you fill in things. I'm gonna make you share your knowledge, and John Robert's gonna be my microphone runner when we need to get people's input. So, passion, balance, success, integrity, and family. Those are my 5 core values. What are yours? I'm sure I'm gonna learn about your core values soon enough, and thank you for being here tonight. Starting with thank yous to all of you as attendees. Thank you for coming out on a Monday night. I'm glad there was no Super Bowl games tonight. We can all be ready for Sunday's game, but you have a lot of choices for what you do and where you use your time. So thank you for making time for this. A big thanks to Constant Contact. because it's really nice to be able to use such a nice facility to be able to do this at. So I appreciate them greatly. And a big shout out to AHA, which is American Heart Association, Children's Hospital, and Little Hearts. AHA has some really nice hearts with dresses that you can wear, you can get a heart pin. Children's Hospital supplied us with some nice Children's Hospital's pens, and Little Hearts organization has some nice brochures. So feel free to pick one of those up or take a look at those. And also, I want to thank my family, friends, and clients, because without them, I wouldn't be here right now doing this. And this is just a special thing that he doesn't know. This is for my little sweetheart, my big sweetheart, who does a lot of behind the scenes that people don't see. And then my brother is my third sweetheart. So I've got 3 sweethearts in my life. But you can pick these up later. So why are you here today? It's a big question, huh? Before I give you the answers that my last year's group shared with me, I'm just going to ask you right out, why are some of the reasons that you're here today? Nobody, really? Okay, Sharice?
Networking, maybe I'll learn something.
Networking and learning something. Ed?
Goals and values.
Goals and values. We're gonna hit those hard.
Hang on. They seem to be simple concepts, but they're difficult in practice.
Difficult in practice. Okay, great. Anybody else? Laura?
Well, recently my 17 goal is to work on something that you recommended to me probably about 4 years ago now. And I realized that even though I'm not in transition at this point, thankfully, it's time to come and see what I can do to change things before I would end up in transition again, rather than do that. I'd rather do that.
Okay. Excellent. All right. Well, I'm gonna tell you this is what the people last year said. They came because they wanted to learn how to set better goals. Would you say that's pretty much the #1 reason why we're all here? I think so. Some people wanted to learn more about themselves. And trust me, by the end of this time, you will learn more about yourself. I can guarantee that. Achieve balance in your life. A lot of people say it, harder to do it. Learn more about gratitude. That's why this is called, goal setting for success with balance and gratitude, because there will be an aspect of gratitude throughout it. You heard a little bit of the gratitude in the beginning, you'll hear a little more at the end. And also, you might want to learn a little bit more about coaching with me. Yes, maybe. But if we're going to set better goals, let me just ask you a question. What percent do you think of people in the United States actually achieve their goals from last year? What percent of people?
1%.
But at least you guys are more on the warmer side. Usually people are like 70%, 80%. You guys are really pessimistic. I heard 2, 5, 3. What?
15?
Okay.
11, 8, 10, 11.
You just said no.
8.
8. Who said 8?
I said 8.
You said 8. You're right. You're absolutely correct. And so on your little worksheet here, you got your worksheet in front? The first question is, what percent of goals are met each year? And that's 8%. See, this is going to keep you awake and alert. And now for the next thing, objectives. So this is a motivational workshop. We're going to help you to learn how to define who you are and understand your values. And we're going to learn how to set goals to make sure that they reflect your values. And then you're going to understand the importance of accountability in achieving your goals. That's it. If we can do that, we'll do a lot. But it all starts with goals, and goals need values, and you need to know who you are, and we're gonna start with who you are. So why would Lisa put a picture of her website on this goal sheet? Why? Now, it's to show you that people could say, oh, she's an executive coach. Yeah, that's why. No, that's not why. It's because too often we're pigeonholed to be one thing. People might say, oh yeah, Lisa, she's a coach, or she's an executive coach. That's not all I am. That's not all you are. So what I mean by this, and you're gonna be picking 4 words, and these 4 words are 4 words that you'd like to be on the cover of a magazine or on your tombstone. You pick which one. I like the optimistic side on the magazine, personally. But if I had to pick 4 words, you can use adjectives as descriptors. I would pick passionate, mom, entrepreneur, and coach. They don't count the and. You get that as a freebie. So, but if you can see where I'm going with this, it tells you a lot more of who I am. Now, I left off sister, I left off wife, I left off, aunt and godmother and all that kind of good stuff. But I think people get a feel for me. Passion, I'm the queen of passion. Mom, I'm a dedicated mom that loves her son. Entrepreneur, I've been an entrepreneur since the ratty days. I'm still an entrepreneur with my coaching business. And coach, it's what I do now. So without further ado, I want you to write your 4 words right there on the next line. It can be 3 words, but 3 to 4 words. We'll see look up when you're done.
Testing.
Yeah. My son's up here telling me I could have done better. Brutal honesty is just so true. Let's see, who has 3 or 4 words that they'd like to share? Right there in the back in blue.
I have the following 4: optimistic, friend, creative, and spiritual.
Optimistic, friend, creative, and spiritual. Very nice.
Anyone else?
Right there with the pink tie, John Merritt.
I am a value-added professional who is a numbers guy.
Value-added professional numbers guy. Okay, Sharice up in front.
Passionate, resourceful, honest, and compassionate.
Passionate, resourceful,
Honest and compassionate.
honest and compassionate. Okay?
I saw someone over here raising their hands.
Okay, one more, yeah.
Thank you.
I've got 5. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Recovering scientist, conscientious, persistent, outspoken, honest.
Very good. But can you see how just those words and the words that people pick, how this is more of a true meaning of a person, that rather than just like executive coach? How boring is that? So the first goal, like I said, is to really learn who you are and who you want to be to the world. So now you guys have passed step one. So now the next thing that we're going to be working on is a theme for you. But before we can do your theme, we have to talk about your dream versus a goal. Does anybody know the difference between a dream and a goal? Yes, Sharice.
A goal is a dream with a time limit.
Ooh, did you see my slides?
I'm a devotee of Harvey Mackay.
Okay, well, a dream is a goal with time sensitivity and specifics, so that is correct. And so what is your dream? What is your dream? We all have a dream. And do you ever find yourself coming up with dreams and resolutions that don't come true? Can we relate to that?
Yes.
Yes, I see nods, I see heads bobbing. Well, today we're gonna learn about making goals. And a goal is a dream that is measurable and realistic. So my dream was to have a baby, but it didn't happen for years until I made that dream a goal. And once I made it a goal, then there was no stopping me. So here is my theme. So my theme is an eagle. And this eagle is gonna soar. And if you work with me, one of the books that I'll have you read is called Taking Flight. And it's about all the birds in the forest. And they all have to get along together. But you identify with one of the birds. And one of the birds is the eagle, and that's the dominant bird. And it's the leader, and so I have some of those traits. So hence one of the reasons why I picked the eagle. But also the song Wind Beneath My Wing, does anybody remember that from the 80s? Yep, okay. Sometimes when I'll talk in front of a group, people will be much younger than me and they don't even know what the 80s are. Glad to see there's more people my age and maybe a little older that remember these types of things. So Beth Midler with Wind Beneath My Wing, it's a song I danced to with my dad. It has sentimental value to me, and that's why I like, my theme is to soar, and my song is Wind Beneath My Wing, and I can use that. I have a picture of my eagle that I keep right on my desk at home to remind me of soaring. So now I'm going to give you just a few minutes to think about your theme. It can be a picture, place, or thing, and I feel like a grammar teacher, person, place, or thing, but really it's just something that means something to you, something that you're going to relate to, that's going to help you, that you could associate a song or a jingle or something that can give you immediate gratification from looking at it. So without further ado, I'm just going to hold this on the eagle, have you guys think for a minute or two. I've got my clock watch. Uh-oh. Somebody said they were locked out.
Yeah, that was me. We're all set.
Sorry.
Yeah, we were together.
Nice of me to check my phone, huh?
You have a door to pay for now.
Okay, everybody's looking up now, so we're good.
Thinking.
Okay, we got a few thinkers, but most people have their theme. Who wants to share their theme with us?
Good.
Okay, Ed?
For it.
You go it.
Go for it.
Go for it. Great, and how are you going to display go for it in your office?
I'm gonna have to figure of people and characters or animals that will reflect that kind of proactive energy.
You could have the words go for it, like as a screensaver or something that's lighting up or showing it or
Yeah.
something. But you want to be able to have something that immediately takes you there to your theme.
Yep.
Okay, who else has a theme that they want to share with us?
Mm-hmm.
It's Brian.
I put self-improvement, and I put /family, and then I thought of a lion, just like a king of the jungle type of thing, and just, so I try to encompass it all in one, so.
So this theme, so are you the king of the jungle, king of your
Well,
family?
I'd like to get there. With the family I am, but at work, I feel like I want to improve and get to the top of that mountain.
Okay, so do you foresee yourself having a screensaver with either a lion to remind you of this, or?
Yeah, it's easy enough, big Disney fans will be the Lion King, so.
The Lion King, absolutely. Okay, good. You
Anyone
guys see where we're going with this, right? All right, so now, once you know yourself, and you know your theme, now there's one next big thing you need to do before you get your goals. Do you know what that is? Ed said it a minute ago.
Values.
Values, okay. But first I'm gonna just define goals a little more. Because who set goals last year? Raise your hand. Okay, so looks like about 40%. So, now who achieved them? Raise your hand. Okay, looks like
All of them, some of
20%.
them, all of them, some of them?
Well, I just meant in general. So who would like to achieve their goals in 2017? Now, this should be everybody's hand. If I don't see anybody's hand, I'm kicking you out of this workshop right now. This gentleman in the front row, I'm teasing you. So how many people believe that goal setting is only a corporate or a business exercise? Did we at least sway you from that fact, that you know it's not just business? How many people make personal goals each year? Do you set some personal goals? Excellent. Like when people say to me, what do you mean personal goals? It's only work that I make goals for. And I said, don't you plan a vacation? Don't you decide what kind of car you're gonna drive? Don't you decide what work you're gonna do around your house? And they're like, oh yeah, I didn't realize, because they're not thinking of it as a goal, they're thinking of it just as a thing that they're doing. Because they don't formulate it as a goal. And you're gonna start to really formulate these things as goals, and now you're gonna start to talk the language and do the stuff, and you won't let it go. Today we're gonna learn how to make goals to help you improve both your professional and your personal lives. So this will contribute to you having your best year ever. So values, this is the last string before we get to our goal making. What are values? What are values all about? Anybody? Dead silence. No hands. Yes, Eric?
Ideas for sort of guiding principles, maybe, or motivators.
Okay, that's good. You're warm. Ed?
I'm thinking, stressful or uncertain circumstances, what do you stand for?
That, okay, all right, now you're talking.
If
Now
all
you
else-
just,
If all else fails, what is at your core?
okay. When you talk about core values, it's, really what you are at your core is your values, who you are. And did
I was
you-
going to say core beliefs, but it's basically the same.
Core beliefs, okay. So values are who we are, not who we would like to be or who we think we should be. It's who we are. Values serve as a compass, pointing out what it means to be true to oneself. And when we honor our values on a regular basis, life is good. Life is really fulfilling when you're honoring your values. So now, on the back of your sheet, turn it over, I gave you just 40 values. When I do this exercise with people that I coach, we look at 450 values, and we do our top 10, and we do an exercise with that. But we don't have time to do all that today, so I picked 40 sample values, and you're gonna pick out 3, which are your 3 most important values. So take a look at the back, see what resonates with you, which words, are calling you, and write down those 3 words on the front page next to number 4. My values are so important to me that I have them in my logo right there. Passion, balance, and success are 3 of my core values. Going by eyes. I see one eye. See another set of eyes. It's hard because you can go back and forth with, oh, is it this value or is it this value? Do I like this more than this? I'm going to give you about 30 more seconds. We'll go over to this side first because I feel like this side is being favored. Not purposefully. They just raise their hands faster. Okay, let's see, who's got some values that they want to share? Right here, right in front.
Laura?
Robert, honesty, directness, and humor.
Ooh, honesty, directness, and humor, nice.
Integrity, peace, and community.
Integrity, peace, and community.
Yes.
Right behind.
Oh. Here we go.
Focus, connectedness, and risk-taking.
Focus, connectiveness, and risk-taking. Okay. And I didn't say it, but you could pick a word that wasn't on the back of this thing to be one of your values.
Yeah, that would take more time.
It's already challenging with the list.
It's with the list, it was tough enough, huh?
Okay.
Okay, one more.
Collaboration, excellence, and trust.
Ooh, collaboration, excellence, and trust. Very good. All right, so now you've got the whole picture. You've got who you are, you've got wordage about you, you've got your theme, and you've got your values. So now, let's get ready for a goal. Well, in soccer, just like in life, they define goals with the result or achievement towards which effort is directed, aim and end. So that's the basic definition of a goal, and it works for us as well. So who has heard about SMART goals? Raise your hand. Most people? Okay. Tonight you're going to learn about SMART goals on steroids. Because you've heard about SMART, S-M-A-R-T. Have you heard about S-M-A-R-T with the additional A-R-T? No. Okay. So you're going to learn something tonight. And for this, you're going to pick up your worksheet and you're going to write what these stand for. So you have them right by your side. S is for specific. And specific means exact or precise. M is for measurable, and that means quantifiable. A is for attainable, and that means achievable. R is for relevant, and that means important. And T is for time-bound, which means that's within a time frame. And then, when you go over to the additional ART, that first A is accountable, and that means responsible. And the R is resonant, and that means to agree. And that last T is thrilling, and that means exciting. Because it's one thing if your SMART goals are just the typical SMART, but if your SMART goals are the typical SMART plus accountable, resonant, and thrilling, now you've got something. Now you've got, SMART goals on fire. So that's why I say what I said. And everybody had a chance to write that all down before I click to the next thing? Okay? That's why I said they're on steroids. So I'm going to give you an example of a personal goal, because we're each going to write, now you're going to get a chance to write your personal goal, then we'll write a professional goal, we'll write a gratitude goal. And the best way to get good at goal writing is to practice. And when you write your goals, you can write it around and across. That's why the paper goes like this, so you can continue it on the other side, because there's blank space for you. So the personal goal for me was weekly lunch meetings. Lisa will have lunch with her parents every Friday and will not book any calls from 12 to 3. Is that specific? Yes, I'm saying a specific day and specific time. Is it measurable? It sure is measurable. Is it attainable? Yes, it's 1 day out of 5. Is it relevant? It's very relevant. It's probably the best goal I made last year. Is it time-bound? It is time-bound from 12 to 3. And is it accountable? I'm either accountable or not. And is it resonate with me? It absolutely does. And is it thrilling? It absolutely is. So now how am I going to do this? I'm going to treat every Friday like it's a customer appointment and make it that important. I did this last year. This was my goal last year, and I'd say 95% of the time I made it every Friday for lunch with them, and it was, what a great goal, and it was very gratifying. And talk about a gratitude goal, it's very filled with gratitude. So now I'm gonna have you write a personal goal, but before you do, just so that you know some categories that you can take things from. For when you're dealing with personal things, you can choose from friends and family, which is what I chose from. You can choose health. I want to lose 5 pounds by May 15th, or I want a spiritual goal. I want to go to church every Sunday, da da da. Fun and recreation. I want to work out at the gym. Romance and intimacy. Can come up with your own ones for that. Career life purpose will be under your career goal. Money, I want to save, I want to earn, I want to do whatever, buy whatever. Physical environment is where you live. So here are your different goals that you can choose from. And this is called the Wheel of Life. And in the Wheel of Life, this is another thing that I offer. You would judge where you are in each one of these categories, and then I would help you to be able to increase wherever you are. If you said, you know, your health was a 2, I could help you to get it to a 4, 6, 8, or 10. If friends and family were a 4, we'd get it to a 6 or an 8. So, and it's another exercise that we do. It's called a personal assessment. But I'm only telling you this because, see in the column next to personal, it says areas of life, list from 8. This right here is where you'd put friends and family, or health, or personal growth, or whatever you want to do in that section. And then you put your SMART goal right next to it. And you're just gonna do that for your personal goal. And I'll give you guys a minute or 2, and I'll actually come around to help you guys with this. Your theme and things you didn't need help, but this you might need a little coaching for. And I'll give you just a couple minutes to get this. Okay, good. So you did that, right?
No, I just wanted to make sure.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'll do some work professional goals now, so. Just want to see it. People need help. You get a person want help. Good. Excellent. You see, it's quantifiable. Great. Good. 4 times a week. That's wonderful. The overachiever. That's good. That's nice. We're only doing personal right now.
Well, I'm strategic.
That's really good, Gary.
Yeah, I do.
I trust you. I'll be the wise you guys. Okay, I walked over there for personal goals, that means I'll walk over there for professional goals. So I'll start with you guys. But some people are overachievers over here. I saw them writing 2 or 3 of their goals already and not just one. But raise your hand if you at least have your personal goal done. Everybody? Good. All right, who would like to share a personal goal? Oh boy, don't all raise your hands all at once. I know it's personal, but who just raised their hand? Oh, there we go. Gary.
Yeah, I want to become more connected to my family on a consistent basis.
That's nice. Okay, now, but you know I'm gonna say something, right? Because, no, I'm gonna say that it needs to be more quantifiable. Because, so, Gary, you could say, wants to be more connected to his family by, is it by phone or is it by in person?
In person.
By seeing your family, is it once a week, once a month, once a day?
No, at least 3 times every 6 months, so 6 times a year.
Okay, 6 times a year. So, see, now you just made it a goal. Before it was a statement. Okay? Who else? I'll be gentle, I promise. Okay, pink tie.
I want to go to an exercise class on Saturdays at 6, at least twice a month.
Wow, that is very specific, and that is right on. That's what I'm talking about. Go to an exercise class at 6, and what was the very end?
On Saturdays at 6, at least twice a month.
At least twice a month. Perfect. So, very good. All right, do we have any more? Okay, right here.
I actually wrote 2 personal goals. The first one is to go to the gym at least 4 times a week. And the other one was to come home before 7 p.m. 3 times a week.
That sounds good.
Does anybody that didn't raise their hand yet want to go? Because people might want to go.
Okay, we're good. We're good. Now we're gonna move on to, we're gonna go from this. Oh, physical environment. Okay, I just listed personal because this was just to help you again, but we've done personal. Professional. Okay, so for a professional goal, it's not any different or any harder or easier than your personal goal, but I'll give you mine. Lisa will help 5 clients secure new jobs or positions in Q1 of 2017. I figure if my average is 2 people per month, that I can go for 5 clients in a quarter. So, is it specific? Yes, it is. Is it measurable? Yes, I can measure it. Is it attainable? I think it should be attainable. Is it relevant? It's relevant to me and to my clients. Is it time bound? Yes, because it's all gonna happen in the first quarter. And is it accountable? I have to be accountable to it. Is it resonant? It certainly resonates with me. And is it thrilling? Yeah, I think it's pretty thrilling if I can do that on a regular basis for my clients. So how can I achieve this? I have to use the lessons learned in the past. Oop. I'm jumping to gratitude. But I have to use the lessons that I've learned in the past to achieve that. So if you want to, right now, stop and write your professional goal. And I will come around and help this side of the room. And some people have already done it because they're good students. Okay. Okay, that's strong. Good. Very good. How are you doing?
Good. So I want to plan in advance 1 day per week with my wife.
Good.
Which is hard with kids, but we try.
Mhm.
And then for my business, I want to schedule 3 breakfasts, 3 lunch, 3 coffees per week. And I want to get licensed and benefits by the end of 2017.
Excellent. Do you have your own business?
No.
So you're going out to do these things? Okay. Great. Very good. Practice 6 clients per month. The services. Service. No, attract 6 clients per month. You could attract them, but you want to retain them. You want to engage them. Yep. Network at least 1 meeting a week. Every week or 3 weeks out?
Well, not every day.
Okay.
Put that in.
You know, every week. Okay. And you've already done your gratitude call.
Right.
Okay. Well, I would like to do the job offers by the end of the February. Yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah, because it's specific, you're talking, you're giving a definite end date, you know.
So finding a new job.
Okay. Meet 5 new people at the networking meetings? Okay, so, and then how are you gonna follow up with them? Meet 5 new people per week, and then what are you gonna do with it? I'm just trying to help you so so you go to 2 meetings, you meet 5 people, and then you set up calls with those 5 people within a week, or something like that, I don't know. But you want to be able to do something with them so it doesn't just end. No, that's okay, because we're gonna secure employment by April 1st. That's fine. It would be better if you said, I'd like to find a new job in banking or financial industry by May 1st. Like, narrow it down a little bit.
Okay.
So, you know, in the financial. Right, and you're marketing, right? Right, so you might want to say, secure a new marketing position before March 1st, and the rest of it's perfect. So, okay. Okay. You know how to do this. No. I ask you how to do it. You can do that. Yeah. Okay, you guys can do that. First of all, in the meantime, as people are just finishing writing, I'll have you do your gratitude goal. Lisa will give 4 speaking engagements in 2017. And these are free speaking engagements. And that's specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, it's relevant, it's time-bound, it's also accountable, it's resonant, and it's thrilling. So I'm gonna find groups and organizations that can benefit from my skills and knowledge. So that's just one gratitude goal. Another gratitude goal is to give back to these organizations, like I've shared with you, Children's and Little Hearts and AHA. But now, I gave you 2 index cards. This is time to pick up one of those index cards. And on the front, I want you to write SMART, S-M-A-R-T, and then write what it stands for: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. That's going to be on the front. And you might say, why is she making me write this? I've already wrote it on a piece of paper. The more you write things down, the better your memory will remember these things. In fact, 50% of people will achieve goals just by writing them down, because they wrote them down. When you write it down, it's real. Now, once you wrote SMART, S-M-A-R-T, and then put the acronyms for specific, measurable, attainable, and relevant, and yes, put the additional A-R-T on there for accountable, resonant, and thrilling. This card is going to be one of your new best friends. This card is going to be something that's going to be your bookmark next to your bed at night. Because on the other side of this card, does everybody get, just lift up your card so I know if you're ready. Okay, cool. On the other side of this, you're going to put just your personal goal and your professional goal. From that piece of paper, now you've scratched it out and you wrote it on the worksheet. Now you can write it on this card, and you'll have a clean copy of it. And this card is going to be your new bookmarker. So whatever book you read by the side of the bed, or whatever, anything, you'll just have this there by your side. And just by seeing it, by osmosis, it will help you to achieve your goals, because it'll be fresh in mind, fresh in thought. And then you might say, what is the other card for? And the other card is for gratitude. And because this is a gratitude toned workshop, the other card, I want you to put your gratitude goal on. But don't put your name on it. Just put your gratitude goal, because we're going to be picking one of these gratitude goals. And I'll give you some examples of people from last year. To serve on a nonprofit board or committee, to spend time with my family at least once per month, to volunteer at 3 communities or school events or professional events, to give a free recital at school or an institution or a nursing home, to call my parents at least 2 weeks and value the time on the phone with them. So these are last year's. I have a whole stack of them here. But it's good to me, it's nice to have, you know, what were people grateful for. And I'm gonna do something with this. Again, it doesn't have any names, so this is, you know, just, you can keep your gratitude on paper, but if you can give me the card with the gratitude, I might make a collage of it, I might use it for something, but it's just to see that people actually get it. Because people understand gratitude in December, but they often forget about it when it comes to January. In December, everybody's giving, and it's a season of giving. But when January strolls around, they don't often think of gratitude. So, now did everybody write their gratitude goal? Everybody's good? Wow, this is the, yeah, yes, Sharice? Quiet. All right, so next steps. How do you achieve your goal? How do you go from where you are to where you want to be? How do you achieve your best life? I honestly believe that coaching is the answer. And I am a believer and a trainee of the coactive coaching model. And coactive means that you work in alliance with your client to tie things together, working with values, working with balance, working with the ups and downs of their life, and you solve them together, and that's coactivity. And that's what I was trained on. And goal success, how do you have success with your goals? So now you wrote these great goals. And I told you, you're gonna have this piece of paper, this card that you're gonna keep by your bedside. You wrote down your goals. I've made you write them at least twice, so now you've already double dipped in writing them. Then you can create an action plan. You can track your progress. You can identify challenges, and then you can celebrate your success. So it all starts with writing down your goals. And this is just a little circular diagram. And then I'm just gonna give you an offer for workshop attendees because everybody loves to save money. So I'm gonna show you that I do a discovery session, which is a deep dive into into your background and into yourself. And that's only $275 for those in attendance, and it'll be priced at $300 at the end of this week. I'll keep it up for a couple days for the people that were in this workshop at the $275 price. A career strategy session. So this is a new offering based on feedback from clients and for those currently employed as well as those in transition. It's a 3-step process on assessment, analysis, and strategy. and that's only $100 for those that are here, and that'll be priced at $150. And then a personal assessment, where you can evaluate 8 aspects of your life, and you can, this is where you can have a 30-minute session, which would go for an hour, and it would be only $50. And that's when we took those 8 segments that I said this is the wheel of life, and we talked about how to improve on each one of those. So, in a recap, you know who you are, and you live your theme. You know your values, and you live them. You define your goals, and that reflects your values. You write your goals down and keep them visible. Make sure that they are smart, as well as art, as well as a new art. And you consider coaching to help you achieve your goals and to improve your life. You want a step-by-step process for goal achievement, and you want to serve as your accountability partner. And it's not only an accountability partner. How many people have somebody that they go to for accountability? Raise your hand. Okay, and the rest of you don't? Because it could be a spouse, it could be a friend, it could be a neighbor, it could be a colleague, it could be somebody, but it's nice to have an accountability partner, somebody that you can bounce ideas off of, somebody that you can go to and share things with. I have my own executive coach, I have my own accountability partner. I think, you know, everybody needs their own accountability partner. It doesn't have to be me, but it really should be somebody that you have to go to. And some famous quotes. If you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. And that's from Benjamin Franklin. And if you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got. We all know that one. That's Albert Einstein. It's a famous quote. So I told you I started with gratitude, and I like to end with gratitude. So the science behind gratitude, Derek Carpenter, he talked about the benefits of practicing gratitude, and he had a great article. And people that regularly practice gratitude by taking time to notice and reflect things are thankful. They experience more positive emotions. They feel more alive. They sleep better. They express more compassion and kindness. They even have a stronger immune system. Can you believe all of these things? This is true. Just from people that practice gratitude. But wait, there's more. Gratitude research showed, and this is from a UC Davis psychologist, Robert Emmons. He said, thanks, how the new science of gratitude can make you happier. How many people keep a gratitude journal? Anybody? Nobody? Oh, boy. Well, okay, does anybody keep a journal? 1, 2, 3? 3. All right. Well, if you're too tired to write in your journal at night, you might just want to write a line of what you were grateful for that day. You don't have to write the whole diatribe of the day. You could just write something that you were grateful for. So-and-so helped me, or, you know, so-and-so was nice and let me pull out of traffic, or whatever. There's something, you can think of something nice that happened that day that you're absolutely grateful for, you know. I was grateful that this morning that my husband was able to send something out for me, you know, via email early this morning, and I was grateful for that. So we all have things that we're grateful for, and we need to thank those people, and putting it in a book is a nice thing to do, and it really makes you see how grateful you really truly are. So keeping a gratitude journal and writing little reflections It can significantly increase your well-being and your life satisfaction. So now it's drawing time. So we're gonna have a couple drawings. John Robert, do you wanna grab one of those bowls up there? And what I need from everybody, if you can pull out your card, a business card, and your gratitude card. And he's gonna collect them. And just go up and,
Gratitude, one of the different ones on the card, right? You gonna do two separate? Thank you.
so I wanna say thanks for your time and attention tonight. I wanna say thanks, no, if the gratitude card gets pulled and I read your thing, then you'll know that it's you.
No, it's for business card.
Okay, so I want to thank you for your time and attention. I want to thank you for your generosity to AHA, Children's Hospital, and Little Hearts. I want to thank you in advance for completing the survey and signing up for my monthly motivational messages. If you look, there's a bright yellow survey. If you could just take just a couple minutes to do that, I would greatly appreciate it. See, John Robert, you now get to see what it's like, what the guys do at church.
Why did you put in 2 business cards?
Bring it up, Lisa.
Two business, I always thought there was gonna be 2 bowls, that's why I put that on. I'll give you one prize.
No, don't mix it. You don't want to mix it, we kept it separate up. Okay, and since I didn't have you guys say your gratitude goals, I'm just going to share with you some of these gratitude goals. Thankful for all that the world has given me. That's a great gratitude goal. Serve as an active board member on a non-for-profit organization. That's a great gratitude goal. Identify a place to volunteer as a family by February 18th. Great. Volunteer at VA hospice 24 times a year. That's great. Oh, you guys got into the gratitude. I love it. Romance Thank, God bless you. Thank husband once a day, every day. Gratitude, pay forward volunteer or mentor speaker for women's organizations. Volunteer once per month at Emerson. Give back and do more, as well as donations. Specifically use my volunteer days. Requires research. Also do something extra for mom each quarter. Spend time as a family 2 times a month doing something fun. Can you hear me now? Offer a free recital. Home by September 1st, 2017. Completed my 2nd year role as the synagogue president and remain on the board of advisors to be the next president. These are great. These are all excellent, excellent gratitude goals. I will volunteer at 3 charity events in 2017. I might just say I will volunteer how, or it doesn't even matter how, but just you volunteering is great. Spend more time as a family, Sundays at least once a month. Gratitude to visit my mother 1 times 12 weeks. Once every 12 weeks. Okay, so you guys definitely, like I said, got the gratitude goals. They're great. You've got your personal goals. So everybody's going home with a filled-in worksheet. You know your values, you know your theme, you know your what you want to be called upon on your debut for the magazine of your choice. You have your index card with the word SMART on one side and with your personal and professional goals on the back. And you're going to keep that. Granted, I gave you other pieces of paper, but I really want you to keep that little index card somewhere that you're going to see, whether it be by your bed or in the bathroom when you're brushing your teeth or somewhere. So, now, did everybody finish doing their yellow cards? Because I'm going to tell you one last thing. The last thing that I did, that I'm doing, is I'm offering everybody who is here 15-minute sessions with me, and they're to learn more about coaching or to be able to ask me any questions. My brother out there has the sign-in sheet, so you can sign in. They go every hour on the half hour, but I'm only doing them for 15 minutes. It gives me that 10 minutes, so if I'm running behind or if I have to go to the bathroom or drink water or something like that. But, so he has the sign-in sheets for that. But I hope you do take advantage of that, because it's me talking to you one-on-one and figuring if coaching is something that's good for you or would work for you, or if I would be of help to you. And so he has that sign-up sheet. And we have, for anybody that did fill in their yellow sheets, we have, I told you, for chocolate lovers, we have Queen Anne chocolate cordials. And for people that are just as sweet as my young counterpart over here, we have red lollipops with hearts. But there's also some, definitely go back to that table and look at it, because there's American Heart sent us pins with the red dress, like wear red for Heart Day is coming up. So you might want to get one of those pins so you can wear that proudly. And Children's Hospital was kind enough to send over pens, and this is per se a fundraiser for them, and Last year, any amount is graciously accepted. No amount is too small or too large. Last year, people donated anything from $5, $10 up into $100. So whatever you feel comfortable with, it's whatever you feel that today was worth to you. Feel free to see Bob. But if we can collect those yellow forms, that would be helpful. And we'll do the first, because the drawing, in addition to me doing 15-minute sessions, I offer 1 hour of consulting to one person that's here tonight. And and he picked it up. This person, oh, too funny. How funny is this? Laurie Raymond. Yeah. Laurie and I used to work together at Ratty years ago, and I haven't seen Laurie in over 10 years. So, and I'm seeing her here tonight, and that's why I just said, how funny is this? So now we have to make time to talk. Okay. And so please leave your feedback sheets, because that's important. And when you leave your feedback sheet, you get your choice, like I said, of your lollipop or your chocolate cordial. And that's it. Thank you. Did you guys get something out of tonight? Yes. And for my helper, does he?